here. About to share real quick. Sorry about that, guys. I usually share it first, and I didn't share it correctly. Ike Diaz live. We go live. I know you're gonna see a blank screen for a second. Oh, there it goes. You know we live. Ike Diaz live. You're in the place to be. The place that everybody's waiting to be to hear. I want to thank everybody for the 2,000 subscribers. I went over 2,000 twice already, but YouTube backs you up. You know what I mean? They already sent me a message twice. They sent me a message saying congratulations, you hit 2,000. So I just want to thank everybody. That's the reason I'm going on now, is to thank everybody who supports me through all my ups and downs, through all my learning is what I really meant to say, because I do a lot of learning with this solo broadcasting career on YouTube, the solo lives. So I do appreciate everybody who tunes in. That's awesome. All around flat, what's going on? Thank you, man. 2,000. I know I haven't seen you for a while. How you been? Yeah, I hit 2,000 twice already, but YouTube backs you up a couple times, so I'm right at 2,000. So I'm doing my 2,001 now because I got the day off. So I'm doing my 2,000. Thank you to everybody who supports the ideas bored to tears. What you bored from? I'm just typing it in, saying hello to you, man. So I haven't seen you for a while. You missed my last couple podcasts, man. The broadcasts, they were pretty good. I had a pretty good couple broadcasts, man. They're pretty awesome, man. See, it's so funny all around. Check this out. See, this is how I know YouTube's messing with everybody. Look at, there's 23 likes. My wife is visiting here, bro, and Buckeye, I got nothing to do. Laugh out loud. That's crazy. I didn't want to say this word right here. But look at this all around. I got 23 likes, and it says I only got three people watching. I know there's like 20 people watching right now. But YouTube likes to play with us guys who are FEers. You know what I mean? I didn't want to say the name because it'll jump up in their algorithm. Flat Earthers. Shout out to Flat Earthers all around. All around flat is in the house. I appreciate it, Beth. Hi, Beth. How you doing? I know what you're saying, man. You should have seen the other day that I was broadcasting, and the algorithms. I was watching the algorithms. It was crazy. I want to say it was up to 360 live TV. Thanks for checking me out. Thanks for being here. There's another one I can't see it. I don't know. Oh, I know why. Crazy Fan TV. Thank you for stopping by. Hi, Jazzy, KBLP, Susan. Thank you very much for being here, Trent. Susan, you went over to your own page. Thank you, Ike, Gina. Shout out to Beth. Thank you, Beth. That's awesome. Thank you, Gina. That's awesome. Party. Today, 2,000 subscribers. I hit the 2,000 mark. I know. They're saying that they can't see our videos now. You know. Well, look all around. All you got to do is look at it says there's 5 watching, and I got 23 likes. Come on. And then I get close to 1,000. I get every time I get close to 1,000 views, it knocks it down to 800. I don't get it. You know what I mean? But that's what they're doing. So it's crazy. I already went over 2,000 twice, but I didn't do the because I was waiting for YouTube to knock it down. So I was like, shoot, I'm gonna just do the 2,000 video and say thank you to everybody. Thank you who supports Ike Diaz, who is a flat earther. Flat earther. YouTube's gonna pick up my algorithms, and they're gonna put this down. They're gonna put this down in the. So what I want to do before I talk, like I said, thank you all who subscribe. Look at that. It says 2 listen, 2 watching. That's crazy. That's some craziness. I know, man. That's what they're trying to do to us, man. It's crazy. It's because there's so many flat earthers now. The pressure is on the government and NASA now. It's on them. They know it. They know it. They know that they're outed. You know what I mean? And that's why they I didn't do a moon thing. You know how the moon's in our atmosphere. I didn't do a moon video. I wanted to, but I knew this all along because if you go to KBLP LLC podcast, I film the moon every night. You're right. We expose too much. We do too many experiments. If you've seen, I filmed the moon over 1,000 times, thousands of times, and that's not including the day moons that I film. I filmed the moon in the day several times, and I was out talking to people about flat Earth yesterday, and I was talking to one woman, who I knew for a long time, and I was talking to 2 other guys that I don't really know, and she was shocked that the moon was in our atmosphere. You know, because they always tell us if something's in our atmosphere, then the gravity is going to pull in, it's going to tear apart both parties. So how are they telling us it's in our atmosphere? It's kind of crazy. It don't make sense, but it's making sense because we know that it's in our firmament. You know what I mean? We know that it's it's above us. We know the sun and the moon's above us, so it makes sense. But in their world, in the globe agenda people, they it doesn't make sense in their world because in their world, their mathematics say that two mass objects are gonna make each other basically explode. And that's their science. That's their scientism. I know you're right. You're completely right. Hold on, flat. You're completely right. It's crazy. It is totally crazy. But right on again, flat all around flat. Thank you for being a subscriber and following me and support. You were here. You were here from the beginning when I started this channel. This is my 5th channel. It's actually my 7th channel because my two first original channels, they're first up. Hello, how you doing? Almic Blogs. Almic, I hope I say your name right. Almic Blogs. Almic Blogs. Hello, host. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. It's the 2,000 subscriber video, and it's awesome to have all the support that we have. And getting back to all around flat, man, you've been here from the beginning on this new channel, and I appreciate it, man. It's cool to have another person that's going through the same things I am and doing the same research that I am. So it's cool that, you know, to have a flat earth friend like you know what I mean? I know Oblate Spheroid. Let me tell you something. They changed it, but for a while, if you Google it, Google wasn't answering the question no more. It was sending it to a third party to answer the question. They didn't want to answer the question no more. It may still happen if you Google what the shape of the Earth is. They may send it to a third party. It's crazy. That's crazy. So let's celebrate right on to everybody who's congratulated. I know a lot of people are going to come later. I know we get tons of views later. It's the craziest thing. I don't know how that works, but every time I go on, I get like 30 views or something, and like it's crazy. But then after the views pick up, I don't know. It's building. It's the good thing is it's building. So I have a few things to talk about. I want to talk about the I don't know, all around flat. If you watch the Logan Paul thing, I've been following it since the beginning because I'm here in Colorado, and he was here for the convention, and I just want to play one clip from him. I know the documentary or the move the whatever it's not very. They said it's in our atmosphere because they filmed it in front of a satellite. They filmed it in front of a satellite or an air balloon or one of those balloons. You know what? Thinking about it, there could be satellites up there, but they have to be in our atmosphere if they can even get them off the ground. Because there's no way they're getting past the Van Allen belts, the satellites. You seen how those things are made? They're made like tin cans. So there's no way they're getting them past the Van Allen belts. You know what I mean? So that's yeah. Yes, I live in Colorado, so I've been to the mountains, and in the mountains you could see those balloons in the sky at nighttime. You can actually see them. That's how close you are when you're in the mountains. I don't know why they travel over the mountains in certain. I've heard other people say the same thing. I don't know. That's something that I'm looking into because here in Denver, I live right next to Denver. I'm in Northland, but I live like 5 minutes from Denver. You don't see those balloons. I'm out every night filming, and you don't see those satellite balloons. So it's kind of strange. It's kind of strange how they put that together. You know what I mean? How they even answer that. So I've never seen a satellite. I got a cousin who says he sees satellites all the time. I have a telescope and I have a P900. I'm trying to save up the money for a P1000. I don't have a P1000 camera, but they don't shoot. You got to use those in the day. The P900s, you got to use it in the daytime. The nighttime's still kind of hard, but I still haven't seen anything. We have two pretty good telescopes. You know, I've told people about this over and over. The Catholic Church has the biggest telescope in the world, and I already know you know all around flat. So anybody else who listens later or is listening now, it's called the Lucifer telescope. You know what I mean? I see the lights all the time. They fade after I follow them after a while. So you actually see actual satellites, or you actually see balloons? Because all I've ever seen was the balloons. I've never seen an actual satellite. But I do have a cousin who says he could point them out at night. But he says that when he points at them, they are like flashing lights in the sky. Okay, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. I've never seen a telescope. I don't believe there's telescopes up there. You know, my thought is that for a second there. Yeah, see, you see weird stuff at night. I record every night. I've never seen nothing, nothing. You could look at my videos. I have tons of videos. Just go to KBLP Podcast when you get some free time. And I record it for hours. I do time lapses. I have not seen anything at all. Like anything out of the ordinary. Like nothing that would say. But here's one thing I could say. In my house, while I'm sitting in my house, I have heard um things that are not planes. Like these things shake the house. That's how noisy are they when they fly above your head. You know, I know there's some kind of jet, military jet, or whatever they're called. The best telescope is a Sophia. It's way stronger than the Hubble. Oh yeah, the Sophia is the 747 airplane, correct? Or the 767, 747, whatever they're setting up there. That's where they're getting the pictures from. From my understanding, that's what they're getting the pictures from. Yeah. Yeah, like the ISS and all that stuff. That's all phony. That's not real. There's nothing up there. You know what I mean? And then to top it all off, I know you've been to everybody, D Marble. Everybody's talking about it. Vincent Rose, RFB. They're all talking about the space herpes, man. You know, they're somewhere partying. Yeah. I'm gonna bring up something weird out of the ordinary is when they did the Google Maps, they said, oh, they came from satellites. Those things didn't come from those satellites. You know what I mean? Those those were all they sent up. They sent up drones and took pictures everywhere. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I could think it is, and because when you come from outside of the atmosphere, they're all it's like a fake Earth, and then all of a sudden it starts turning into an Earth, and that's when it transfers over to the to us being able to see what's on the Earth. You know what I mean? So I think that those it's all drones. I may have heard that somewhere before, but that's something I have been thinking for a long time. Yeah, you're correct. Ball-shaped surfaces do not translate to flat maps. You're you're that's the honest truth. It's just it don't work like that. And you try to talk to people when you explain this to people. Even my friend, the girl I was talking to yesterday, she said, I'm not going to look at you the same way because I told her I was a flat earther. And she said, I'm not going to look at you the same way. You know what I mean? Like she looked at me like with a lot of respect and stuff. But after I had talked to her a little bit, and I had talked to her about, the cartoon Marvel and all kinds of stuff like that. She didn't say that anymore. That was just the beginning of the conversation when she said that she wasn't going to look at me the same anymore. So I was like, oh man. But I think I got her going down a rabbit hole as far as looking into the shape of the Earth. You know what I mean? I think that if we can get more people looking into the shape of the Earth, and then you get the right person, you get the right people together, and we can go fight this thing. And this will come out. This will come out to the public. They're coming out little by little, just by putting the Earth in just by saying the moon's in our atmosphere. I know. Yeah, the Coriolis effect. I was at another store talking to another guy, and he was like, "Don't you believe in the Coriolis effect?" And I go, that I've talked to snipers myself, and I've listened to snipers, and they said they don't adjust for the Coriolis effect. You know what I mean? So you're right. There's no adjusted for the Coriolis effect. My uncle, who's a military sniper, I asked him about that too. My uncle, I got a family member who's a sniper, and he says there was no adjustment for the Coriolis effect. I said, was there any training for it? And he says no. He says there was no training for the Coriolis effect. So I was like, that's pretty interesting. because as far as what we're being told is that snipers have to adjust for the Coriolis effect. And I'm hearing that there is no training for the Coriolis effect. So there's something that needs to be done. That's another towel right there that the Earth is not what they claim it to be. So I'm gonna get it once again. Let me see. Yeah, that's what I figured. But what I'm saying though, all around flat, is that from the snipers I've talked to and the snipers I've listened to, they said there was no training for it. See, so that's the towel for us. That's what. Yeah, and I got an airplane. I got a pilot. I got a buddy that's a pilot, and I was on him. I was calling him all the time. I want because he's taken me on trips before, and I was like, I want to go on. I want to go on a trip. Take me on a trip, and because I wanted to see if there was curvature. But we come to find out there's no curvature at 30,000 feet. You know what I mean? Because you don't even see curvature above 100,000 feet. So it's like above 100,000 feet. So like after I found that out, I was like, I don't know if I want to go on a plane trip just to because he flies far. He goes from here to New York and he flies all over the place. I don't know if I want to sit in the. I've done that before. I don't want to sit in a plane. Yeah, yeah. There's no practice for the Coriolis effect. The two snipers, my uncle plus another sniper I know, said there was no practice for the Coriolis effect. And then in a plane, they don't adjust to curvature. So why wouldn't they adjust to curvature? That's one of the biggest things. You can ask pilots that will speak to you. You could ask them about that, and they say they don't adjust. They want truthful pilots will not tell you that they adjust to the Coriolis effect or so. I'll get back to the sniper thing because that's what I know the Coriolis effect is for. For airplanes and choppers, I don't know how that works, but as far as I know, that they really don't use it. So I know all around flat Earth, we always get into some good conversations. Yeah, yeah, that's okay. Here, you just brought up a good thing, and I always bring this up. Why do they always tell you to fly east? You're always told to fly east when you fly a plane. The reason I know this is because I have a buddy, the buddy who's the airplane pilot. I don't know how everything works. I have ideas because I talk to people about stuff. You know what I mean? I have ideas, but as far as the plane thing goes, um, my buddy tells me that they fly east. They don't fly west. You can't fly a plane north. You can't fly a plane south. Um, you can imagine if you go east, you can just go around in a little circle, not around, but across a little circle. That's all you really do. Better idea than most. Hey, I'm learning. You got to remember, I'm learning. I'm working my way. I, you know, I'm actually going back to. I start my radio show back this Saturday, the Jam, where I do old school music. But it's separate from this. But this is what I focus on now is the flat Earth. Um, so it's pretty crazy. I'm actually trying to figure out a way to get to Dallas in November for my birthday for the convention, man. So hopefully something comes together and I can get down there. My dad lives in Dallas, so it should work out pretty good going there. It should be a good time. What the heck was that? Oh, I was hitting my phone and it was listening. It was like recording my conversation right now. Like, my conversation's already being recorded. All right, so yeah, I know. Let's get you on here. Let's when you get a chance, let's come on here and that way we could talk about if we have more. It'll be easier for us to talk because, like I said, I don't get a lot of listeners when I'm live. I get maybe 5 to 10 that jump in and out. But after the show, we get a lot of listeners. It's crazy. I'll look at the thing and be like 200 people, and then all of a sudden it'd be 700 people that listen to it. I know you told me about that, but from where? What are you talking about? From where I'm at right now? I'm on this one, so I could type it every once in a while. But are you talking about from here? Or are you where are you talking about? I thought you were talking about from this thing right here, that middle thing. Are you talking about from right here? No, what I'm asking you though, are you talking about from this page right here, or are you talking about from the one down here, the one right here in the middle? That way I know for sure because I know you told me about it before. So I'm gonna get into it again real quick and I'm gonna finish up. To do with your status bar, people can hack into somehow. I think what you mean is this middle thing right here, this thing right here. Because I heard other people talk about it. They say they stay away from it because people could hack into it. I think that's what it is. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. See, look at this. 23 comments still, five likes. YouTube is really playing with us, man. I'm telling you. It's crazy. It's crazy. So shout out to all my flat earth friends. I love seeing you in my comments and I love seeing you in other people's comments because I see you guys there and I always try to give you a shout out when I see you there when I'm in the chat. Um, Once again, I want to thank everybody for the 2,000 subscribers. It is totally awesome. You know what I mean? We came a long way. The reason I say we came a long way because it took a few channels. Okay. It took a few channels for me to get here. Like I said, I started with 2 music channels that did really good. And then they took those they took those away from me. It's Frankie B. It's Frankie B's flat birthday today. Happy birthday, Frankie B. Flats. I'll stop by his page and say happy birthday. Happy birthday, Frankie B. Flats. Happy birthday from Ike Diaz and Ike Diaz Live and KBLP LLC 4 on YouTube and KBLP LLC podcast on YouTube. Happy birthday from us. I would sing happy birthday, but I'm not a very good singer. I'll admit that. So, 2,000 friends. And it's this new page, it happened in 3 months. But that don't happen for everybody. The reason it happened for me is because I came from KBLP and a lot of people follow me over from KBLP. I wish they would join the chat like they do in KBLP, but I understand. I know how it works. But at least they came over and subscribed, so it helped me build up my subscribers pretty quick. So it's pretty cool, and I appreciate it. Yeah, if you get a chance, all around Flat Earth, I do the jam on every Saturday. I do old school music, like old school 70s, 80s. I'm not into none of this new music. You got to remember, I'm 40, so I'm not into none of this new music stuff. This new hippity hoppity rappity stuff. I'm not into none of that. I'm into the. I like the old school 70s and 80s. I try. Actually, I took 3 months off because I stopped watching TV. I stopped listening to music. I stopped doing everything just because of the FE movement. You know what I mean? Because once you find out about it, you don't want to you don't want to be brainwashed by the system. Old school. Do you listen to old school? If you listen to old school, stop by and check me out, man. It's Saturday night on KBLP LLC or KBLP LLC on Spreaker. But you can catch it on iTunes, iHeart, Spotify, YouTube, whatever you listen to the most. I think you're on YouTube the most, so we're on YouTube. Here, I'll bring it up so you know which one it is. You probably already seen it. You probably already know what I'm talking about. But I'll bring it up real quick so that you know. Oh shoot. That's the promotion for this one. Boom, 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 boom. Hold on just a second. Just a second. I want to bring that up just real fast for you. That way you can see it. That way you can see it. You're 42 somehow. See, we're the same age. All around flat. That's why we get along so good. I know. I listen to all the same stuff for the same reason. So I don't become a sheep. You know what I mean? That's why I don't listen to any other nonsense that's out there. I really don't. I really don't listen to it. So here's the jam. This is what I do. And it's just old school music. So if you ever get a chance, stop by and check me out. Let me see. Sometimes I do an old school hip hop. So that must have been an old school hip hop one, like old 80s and 90s rap. Sometimes I do that because I don't listen. I listen to old school rap if I listen to any rap. I'm trying to find one. I don't know what's going on. Like, I guess I'm not pushing the right ones, the right buttons for us. There's so many on here. I've done so many podcasts. This is my third. This is the third station I've been on as far as a music podcaster. Let's see. Oh, I know. Hold on. I know. That's crazy. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh, I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Nick, I appreciate it. Thank you for subbing it, man. I'll be back. I'll be back on Saturday. Saturday doing my broadcast, my podcast of old school music, 70s, 80s. I get down. It gets down. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. It's pretty exciting, guys. So once again, I want to thank everybody again, and then I want to talk about a couple new. I got a new podcaster that I know. It's my cousin. He does he's still in the matrix, but he's somewhat waking up. You know, he's still in the simulation, but he's somewhat waking up. So I'm pretty proud of him. I know after I talk to him, he'll understand what I'm trying to say. But we haven't talked in person; we've only talked on the phone. So I want to just let everybody know about it real quick. So if you get a chance, stop by here, and I'm gonna play just a second of his video.
Different protesting groups and different organizations, it's ridiculous because when it comes down to it, it's the 90%. It's a 99% against the 1%. So as
I just wanted to see. I just wanted to play him real quick. If you get a chance, subscribe to Danny Che 14 Che. Daniel Che 14 Che, he gets into some political stuff. He only does like 1 or 2 minute videos. He's new to podcast. He's new to YouTube, so I'm trying to give him a shout out. As far as all around flat Earth, as far as music goes, I'm stepping away from everything. Like my favorite group would probably be, I don't know if you remember, you know, I would say like the Eagles, but I'm trying to stay away from stuff like that because I know they have subliminal messaging and they have great music. I My son took me to see Hall and Oates, and it was wonderful here in Colorado at the open Coliseum, the open place, the Greenlands. Hall and Oates and Tears for Fears, that was pretty awesome. But honestly, I'd have to go with Levert just because of one song they got called Casanova. If we're talking about like old school 70s or 80s, I like Debbie Deb. I play a lot of her music. Debbie Deb, I play a lot of her music on the show. Cause I do like old school like R&B. I do old school like rock. Like I do an hour old school rap, hip hop, R&B, and I do an hour of rock. And you know, like I was really like listening to a lot of AC/DC, man, and you know, kind of find out there's so much subliminal stuff in that. I still like the music. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? But I did get away from like sports. You know, I didn't even know the Nuggets made the playoffs, man. I stepped away from all the sports when I found out about, you know, all this stuff. Like all this stuff, like I don't know. If I do watch TV, I watch old country shows. I really changed. It's a trip. Yeah, I used to listen to Zeppelin too, man. I grew up listening to Zeppelin, man. I remember being in the 7th, 8th grade listening to Zeppelin, man. Every day, man, I was listening to Zeppelin in junior high school, man. But you know, I'm not saying, you know, I don't feel bad because I actually play Zeppelin on my show, man. I actually do, but I try not to listen to it while it's playing. But you just gave away your box set, huh? Wow. You probably could have sold that for a lot of money there, man. Let me see. I'm gonna open up another. I got a couple. I talked about my cousin to let everybody know about him. I know what you mean. I'm giving up a lot of things because the flat Earth has made me change tremendously. Like there's so much change in me. Like people don't even realize the change that's going on. Let's see real quick. Just wanted to see. Yeah, still, let's see. Yeah, I understand you giving away. I understand, man. I ended up throwing away like two barrels of CDs because of it, because of the same situation, man. And you know why? You know, we just talked about it. I had two like barrels of CDs packed, like old school CDs, and I got rid of all of it because of this movies, all kinds of stuff. That's why I said if I watch something, I would just watch the old black and white shows. You know what I mean? Because there's not as much. There's still symbolism in there, but there's not as much. You know what I mean? You watch any of these new shows, it's all symbolism. It's all ritualistic. There's all kinds of stuff involved in it, and I just stay away from it all. You know what I mean? I want to move forward, and I hope that he's smarter than all of us. You know what I mean? And you heard me read from scriptures before. I've read scriptures over the air. You know what I mean? If I hear a scripture that I enjoy, that I think that needs to be read, I'll read it. You know what I mean? Like I didn't read the book before I went on the air today. Usually I read it just in case something pops up. But a lot of times I'll read something just to get it out there, to get it going. You know what I mean? So people listen to it, because it's real. I think it's really important. So I don't know if you got a chance to watch this yet. I don't want to give you no spoilers. All Around Flat, or I know Susan's here. I know we got either Susan, Amber, Gina. We got a few friends here. I'm gonna just play just the beginning of this real quick. And if you haven't seen it yet, stop by, watch it. I was gonna watch it again before I went on today, and I said nah, because I watched it. It was goofy, but I don't know if I hope the commercial didn't play already. You see the Masonic floor all around flat Earth? Oh, I know what you're saying. Sometimes I know. Look at this.
Good. Let me tell you a story.
My name is Logan Paul, and I think I'm coming out of the flat Earth closet.
We don't have toilet water flying out on people in Australia.
So there was the intro clip to that. I can't play over 30 seconds or I'll get a copyright strike. But a righteous man never judges all things. That's a good saying, man. I'm gonna use that. The devil is a bit smarter than me. Yeah, I think he's smarter than. But you know what? The knowledge it's true. It's all coming out. What's weird? What's weird? What are you saying is weird? All around flat Earth? All around flat? I always call you all around flat Earth, but I mean, you know what I mean, all around flat. Let me see, where was that? Read it again. Yeah. A righteous man never judges all things. Yeah. Oh, the clip was weird. Yeah, I just played the intro to the to that clip, to the video. Oh, I'm looking at one thing. Yeah, I just played a real quick clip of it. Did you get to see the documentary or the movie or whatever he decided to do? I'm gonna be honest with you. To everybody listening, I did like the second or third on this Ike Diaz live. I didn't know who Logan Paul or Paul Logan was. I didn't know who he was, and I did the video on him because he came here to Colorado when we had the Flat Earth Convention here, and from that video, it got almost 2,000 views, and I got like 500 subscribers off it. So I did a second one. I added never to the Bible verse. Let me see. Oh, okay. You're right. I don't got my glasses on. Sorry about that, man. All righteous men judges all things. All righteous men judges all things. Okay, I get it. My bad. I didn't have my glasses on, dude. I got my glasses on now. All righteous men. A righteous man. Sorry, a righteous man judges all things. See, now I got my glasses on. I can read correctly. A righteous man judges all things. What scripture is that from? So I can look it up. Yeah, the only reason I watched it is because I did the first or second one on him and the video, and then I redid another one. Like I saw the commercial, so I did like a short video on it, the commercial, and then now he put out the movie, or the movie or documentary or mockumentary or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, could I get that scripture from you, like what it's from, so I can read it? I should know it, but I don't right now. But I did. So I did watch it. I did watch it. I was. I don't want to say. It actually almost started out like he was really serious, and he could be serious, and his friend could be serious, but you got to remember that he's in a position where, just like how Steph Curry had came out about the moon landing saying that they were fake, and then, they got to him pretty quick. Corinthians 2:15. Okay. Let me see if I can get to it. Ike Diaz Live. I want to thank everybody who's tuning in today to the 2,000 subscriber episode. I know it might say like 1998 or 1992, but it's already went over 2,000 twice, guys. So it's already went over 2,000. But I want to thank everybody who tunes in. If you're tuning in late, if you listen later, I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Everybody who stops by, you guys are amazing. Ike Diaz Live. Make sure you go over to KBLP LLC 4 and check out all the podcasts. There's so many of them. I used to be involved in TWD, all those, and I had to give them. I was involved in sports, and when this came along, I couldn't concentrate on doing. I was so focused on those shows. I couldn't concentrate on them anymore. So I stopped. I couldn't do them no more. So I stopped doing them. Yeah, I hear you on that. I know I'm kind of a person who don't really like. if somebody does something or says something, I just kind of leave it up to them. Like, it's their business. You know what I mean? Like, I might have my own opinion of it, but I really don't say nothing about it. You know what I mean? So maybe I should be more vocal. I don't know. I don't know if that's if I sit down and I pray and they I'm supposed to be more vocal about it, then I guess I get more vocal about it. But I'm really a nice laid back guy. I'm not a confrontational guy or anything like that. I'm really laid back. And I was on a couple shows and I wore my work shirt, you know what I mean? And it's orange, and everybody went off on me, man, like both shows. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay, so I got here to 2:15, and it says, but he who is spiritual judges all things, yet he himself is rightly judged by no one. For who has known the mind of the Lord that he may instruct him? But we have the mind of Christ. That's pretty deep. I'm going to say that so I can go back to it and read it a few more times. I read it like about 10, 20, 30, 50 times sometimes. Yeah, I know. I have a lot of opinions, man, but I don't let them all. I don't let them all out as much as I should. I should let them all out. Amen. Amen. I should let them all out. My opinions go deep. No. Like people were actually like, when I don't know if you were in that chat or in that, they pulled it down. They pulled both of them down. It was my fault because I was wearing my orange work shirt. I just wanted to be on there talking about flat Earth. That's all I wanted to do. And they weren't listening to my words. All they were worried about was my orange shirt. And you know why? Because I know you understand what the orange meaning is and everything. And to me, it's a work shirt. And I'm in Colorado. I don't subscribe to sports no more. But I still love the Broncos, but I don't subscribe to watching them no more because I know it's rigged. I know it's all set up. Nobody's gonna get to me like they got to Stephon Curry about him with the fake moon landings. Nobody's getting to me. Trust me. I'm not at that level. I don't make those millions of dollars those guys make, man. So it's so crazy, man. It's so crazy all around flat. I know you should just be on the air with me because we're the only ones that talk. But no, some other, we get some other good flat earthers that come in here. But and Gina and everybody stops by. Are you really in prison or what's going on? Because that's the second time you told me that. Or is it a prison of your house, like your feelings? If you don't mind me asking, I apologize. I don't really like getting into those kind of conversations, but you mentioned it, so. But it's been a good broadcast. We've had a good broadcast and a lot of good listeners. It's pretty cool. Oh, by the prison. If I could read, every time I take off my glasses, my bad. Every time I take off my glasses, I can't see it. See, man, I told you I'm 40 years old. I'm getting older, man. So you got to bear with me there. You got to bear with me. Right on, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'm looking at it, and I see why you said. I thought you said you were in the prison. See, I was like, golly. If I could just read without my glasses. It's so funny, the things that I do sometimes. So I'll give you my number all around flat, and then you can give me a call, and then the next broadcast we do, you can get on. You can go on live with me if you want, if you're interested in that. Because I know you have a lot of information, so it'd be cool to get you on live with me. But you got to remember, like the listeners that we get live, we don't get a lot of live listeners. We get them all later, and you know what I mean. Like everybody comes. If you look at my videos, everybody comes later. Like nobody shows up when I'm live. But I don't have a scheduled time. I think that's what one of the big problems is. If I had a scheduled time. If I had a scheduled time that I was on every Thursday at 4:00, I think that it would build it up. I kind of go on like once a week, but I go on just certain times. You know what I mean? I don't pick just put it like this. When I'm free, I go on. When I got like an hour or two, I'll go on and I'll chat with everybody or talk what talk what I can. Remember, as soon as I can, the links will be in the description. And if you have any questions, make sure to ask me. You can leave them in the chat. And for everybody who listens later, and I'll answer your questions for you. So my big question for everybody who listens later is, why is that flat all around flat? Why are we the only ones talking? we have other people here, but they're not talking. I don't know. We've had up to 8 listeners live so far. So now we had, everybody says hi and stuff like that, but they don't get into a conversation. I don't know why. I don't know why. But every time we go on, we're always talking, and then who else comes? When I go on later, it's I can't remember who it is. So I'm gonna put for everybody to leave their question about the how they feel about the moon being in Earth's atmosphere. I'll put that question on there later, because that's pretty big. That's telling, man. That's like, here you go. I'll make it easy for you, man. This is my direct number, and I'll give you my work number too. I can't give my work phone number, but yeah, that's my number right there. That's my direct number. Here, I'll put it on. I don't mind giving out my number. Just send a message. Let me know it too. That's the only time I answer anyway. So, that's one thing about me with my phone. I've had my phone number for 20 years, man. I've had my same phone number. I learned it from my mom. My mom's had the number for like 40 years, the same number. Let me see. I think the moon is just outside our atmosphere. Hey, Flat Earth Data, how you doing? That's who I was talking about, Flat Earth Data, just a minute ago. I was waiting for you to pop up, man, because I always, when I go on later, you always pop in. How you doing? I see you in all the chats too. I say hello to you. I think that our atmosphere goes as far as the firmament, so I think the moon is inside the firmament. Thank you, Flat Earth Data. I appreciate it. Today's the celebration for the 2,000 subscriber episode. Our Atmos, there is no spear. I went over 2,000 like twice already, but YouTube, you know how YouTube knocks you down 20 subscribers, so I'm at like 1,998. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I know 2,000 is not a lot, but it's still something to celebrate about. It's still something to celebrate about. How do you feel about that, Flat Earth Data? Do you think the all around flat thinks that the moon is outside our atmos, but I say it's they're telling us it's inside our atmosphere. Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm working hard at it. You know what I mean? It's only on this channel. It's only my 18th. It's only my 18th blog or podcast. So I'm working at. It takes. I realize it takes time. I'm just used. I was used. The moon is local to Earth. Yeah. The moon and the sun is local to Earth. What I'm saying is it's within the firmament. It's inside of what they call the Van Allen belt, which I call the firmament. So, it's pretty crazy. You're correct. Yeah. So why? Yeah, you're right, because you see clouds in front of the moon and behind the moon. So you're absolutely correct on that. So I think Flat Earth, that all around flat, is saying that our not our atmosphere, but what I think, are you saying that the Atmos, I'm saying, if I could speak correctly, Ike Diaz live. Have to get the words out. Yeah, I think that the moon is illuminated. I've said that forever. You know what I mean? I've said it forever. I think the moon is illuminated. I definitely do not think we see clouds behind the moon ever. Man, I've taken a lot of videotapes and it looks like that all around flat Earth. I've videotaped it so many times, and it really looks like it's behind there. It really looks like that the excuse me. Let me I'm gonna see if I got a video real quick of it on my KBLP podcast. Hold on just a second. I'm gonna look on the KBLP podcast. Ike Diaz live. Ike Diaz live. Thank you all for being here. It may look like it all around slow. So how do you guys feel about the firmament though? How do you guys feel that, like me, like all the models that we see, the moon and the sun is within the firmament. How do you guys feel about that? The firmament. Ideas live. Thank you for tuning in. So all around flat, it may look like it. All around flat, man, can't leave Earth's atmosphere. Yeah, we lower Earth's atmosphere as there's nothing to push off, right? We can't leave lower Earth's atmosphere. All around flat, yes, the convergence of the eye and how parallel lines converge into vanishing line of sun, the moon, the clouds parallel to Earth's surface. I still say the moon is illuminated. I'm gonna look that up. What you're saying. I don't believe the moon is a rock. That's one thing I can tell you. That's why I always joke around and I say that they gave out pet rocks to all these other countries. The pet fake moon rocks. You know, I joke around. I say that they gave out pet. If I could speak to, I'm just happy. You know, I'm finally doing the 2,000 subscriber podcast, and I'm all happy. So I'm like jumping over my words here. So I understand that what you're saying about the moon, you're basically you're still saying both of these are made up by the bodies of water, right? Combined with the firmament. That's how it makes it with electric magneticism, right? Is what you mean? Well, I know you're saying that the stars are transistors, but uh, you know that a lot of people are saying that the stars, that's where like the angels and the demons are at. You know what I mean? So I don't know for sure about that, but That's just something that I'm hearing. You know what I mean? I'm looking. I keep my dictionary, my Bible right next to me, so I can make sure I got these words right. Sometimes. Hey, did you the waters above contain the sun, moon, and stars because the firmament is a mirror-like object. The sun and the moon are projected into the sky. It appears this way. Hey, Gina, thanks for jumping back in. Yes, angels are stars, and it would make sense that they are transistors. Okay, I'm gonna look more into that. Because I started falling into the idea that they were that they're pretty much angels and demons. You know what I mean? That's what everybody's talking about. That the stars are full of angels and demons. Flatter data or flat or it's not flatter data. Sorry, all around flat. Did you get my number so I could take it off? I put it up on there, but so I could take it off. Let me know. Let me know when if you wrote it down so I could take it off. Excuse me, guys. How to get some to drink. God says to give your affections above, not to things on earth. Yeah. That's like I was saying, I keep the while we're live, I keep the Bible and I keep the dictionary right here so I can look up words. I don't like looking up scripture in on the phones or on the computers, or I don't even like looking in the dictionary on there. So you know what? I've never seen an angel or a demon in person, but did you get the number all around flat? I put it up on there for you. I'll write it again real quick, and I'll erase the other ones. But I've never seen them before. I mean, but it kind of makes sense that they would be those stars would be angels and demons because God has them pretty much hidden. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even remember. We got so much on here. I don't remember where I wrote it at. Excuse me. All around flat. Let me know when you let me know when you get it so that way I can erase it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, just call me, and then we can set something up. I should be good this week. I got a good. We got a lot of work this week, but I should be good. God will not tell you to give. But I'll be back. Okay, thank you, Flat Earth Data. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. We're about to end here pretty soon anyway. It's almost the end of the chat. I was only going to go on an hour, and we're almost at 2 hours already. Hidden, you can't see that. You can't see stuff that's hidden. Okay, so the way I see it is like if they are out there, they're in the fourth, fifth, 4D or 5D because we can only see 3D. And that's why I mentioned earlier about the Catholic Church. They have the biggest telescope in the world called the Lucifer or something. It's called Lucifer. And they could see, I guess, from what I understand, they could see through the firmament. They could see into interdimensional places. From my research. So, but you know, they're never going to let us go up there and see it. You know what I mean? And I've looked through some good telescopes, and I've gave a lot of good telescopes away. So, it's pretty interesting. Once again, I'm gonna close this out. All around flat, I appreciate it. Flat Earth Data, I appreciate it. Gina, Amber, thank you. I can't remember everybody that was here. Thank you all. Trent was here. Thank you very much for stopping by, bro. I appreciate it. You guys got to get more into the conversation with us, though. Alamic Vlogs was here. Thank you very much. 360 Live TV showed up. Right on to you guys. Thank you for being here. I know there was another TV one that stopped by. Okay, so shout out to everybody who stopped by. You guys are all awesome. I know there was more. I just can't remember all the names. But Flat Earth Data, thank you. And then all around flat, you got my number, so make sure to call me. And like I said, I appreciate it. I'm gonna end this one. It's over. It's close to the time, so I'm gonna finish up with this. And it was awesome talking with everybody, and I can't wait to get back on here and do this again. And I hope that we get more people in here that talk and express their opinions. And we're gonna have All Around Flat is gonna be live with me next time, so make sure to check that out. Make sure you listen in once he goes on live with me. That was weird. Oh, I don't know why, because it was right here. It's like hiding right there. Remember, that's weird. Over here talking to myself. Ike Diaz live. Make sure to check me out. I'm on once a week, maybe twice. When I do twice a week, it's hard because I don't get the numbers. When I do once a week, I usually get pretty good numbers. But when I do twice, I think people kind of listen to one and not the other. So when I do once, I get pretty good numbers. So, but I'm gonna try to start doing twice a week. So make sure you check me out. It's pretty fun. I have a good time, and we get some pretty good listeners. So this is Ike Diaz Live. Make sure you check me out here. I wrote down KBLP podcast on YouTube. Make sure to check that out. KBLP LLC 4 on YouTube. And then I'm going to put the question in about how do you guys feel about the moon being within our atmosphere, guys. So make sure you check that out. All around Flat Earth Data. Make sure you give me a call. Gina was here. Yeah, Gina. Shout out Gina. Was Gina here? Yeah, Gina was here. Shout out to Gina. Thank you, All Around Flat. I think Amber was here too for a minute. Shout out to Amber. So I remember her early when she was here early, I think. All Around Flat, make sure you give me a call. I'm available today, later. So if you want to call me today, if not, call me during the week. And then if you just get the message, leave a message, and then I will give you a call back. And when I call you back, I'll give you my work number too, so that way you have both numbers. So that way, if you have a hard time getting a hold of me, you can reach me at one of the numbers I'll answer. So once again, thank you guys. Have a great evening. This is Ike Diaz Live, and this is episode 18, and this is 2,000 subscribers, guys. I did it. After I hit 2,000 again, this will be my third time hitting. This is the first time I did the podcast on it, so I'm pretty happy. But once again, thank you all for listening in, and I'm gonna end it for the evening, guys. I hope everybody had a great. I hope everybody was interested and happy, and I hope I did a good job for everybody. And I'm gonna be presenting more information. Plus, I have some experiments that I want to be showing to you guys. And you can also help out at IQ2Dogs at Yahoo at PayPal. That's IQ2Dogs at Yahoo at PayPal. So thanks a lot, because this is not monetized, guys. So, but it helps out because we run 4 different podcasting things, so it helps out, guys. So, but right on, Ike 2 Dogs at Yahoo at PayPal. Right on, guys. Thanks, I appreciate it, and I can't wait to talk to everybody again. All Around Flat's going to be live with me next time, so it's going to be pretty cool, guys. Have a great night. Ike Diaz live.